to the second day of CWG conference, and right now I'm interviewing our president, Kevin. So, Kevin, how different is the current conference from all the other CWG North America?
Well, so many of the CWG conferences, right, we always try to accomplish the same thing, which is to try and improve the communication of all the different capabilities across the customers, sharing information from SAP. But it's always great to have something that's unique, like in Milwaukee, right? So we have lots of new customers joining us today. The number of customer-related stories and presentations that we've had this year is above normal for, I think, what we have in a typical CWG conference. So I think that's really been a really nice benefit for this year.
Definitely agree with your point, because I personally can see from the presentation side, when they're sharing their real case studies and experience, people are listening and they relate to it because they probably had questions before they arrived to the conference, how to implement, what are the different approaches, which solution to choose. And when they hear it from their partners or consultants, they sometimes thinking like, either we should rely and trust this information, but here it's a real case studies and definitely something that they can continue to communicate and share and exchange those experience.
Yeah, so and they can speak to the speakers directly, right, to get those extra details that they wouldn't necessarily have gotten when somebody's giving a presentation. And even something as simple and basic as a good overview on pricing, which we had from CPQ Logics this year, was just a great, people attended it, and we're asking questions, and you think even some basic functionalities, people still have questions even as they get into SAP for the first time.
Right. What I also heard as a feedback from the customers who attended, that it's nice that there is a variations of different, like, deep dive into technical sides presentation and also business side. So not everybody just should think about, okay, how to configure ABC or whatever, but they also can catch information what real business values brings some different solutions. And this is one of differentiator from this conference as well,
right.
I believe.
Right, you're going to get
diversity.
Yep, you're going to get that detail from the technical folks from the SAP side and from the partner side, because they're very familiar with what's got to happen at the very deep side of this to make things function. So yeah, it's a very big benefit to be able to come in and hear that directly. Location-wise,
so Milwaukee, how do you find it, like, for attendees, this format of the conference? This time we have 2 days, like in Europe we had 3 days. Do you feel that is it something like lacking time for the presentation, or we are comfortable with communications, with networking opportunities, and with all the presentations that we wanted to fit in?
Yeah, I think so. We've always been wanting to, provide more networking time, right? So we've added some additional time between the presentations where we got the blocks, so that folks have an opportunity to kind of get together and go, oh wait, they asked a question that I was really interested in hearing too. What was their specific reason? Well, maybe I can learn from that. So it's always a big benefit. And yeah, it's also a part of, trying to increase the participation on the North American side so that we can get back up to a full 3-day conference. And that's really what we're targeting as we go forward.
So how do you feel, like middle of the second day, did we fulfill all our goals as a community in this conference?
Yeah, I think so. We set, the goals that we set are again the same that we've always had. We want to communicate, we want to be able to share, we want to have people to come in here with questions and get those answers. And I think we're doing that every time.
Great job. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.